And
See a Nemesis against Viridian. We are in the round number 3. And again, 1-0 lead for Nemesis, as we were not able to make it for the first one. And again, another Leafeon being picked very early on. But of course, Leafeon was kind of buffed in the latest patch with Charm as well, right? Like the charging Charm just gave Leafeon so much more burst damage again. And do we maybe see Greedent? Urshifu. So what I don't like about Urshifu is Urshifu feels to me like a Pokemon that only the team that is better should pick. As soon as the weaker team picks Urshifu, I feel like you're going to struggle with it. That's how I feel about Urshifu, and that's why I'm still a big fan of it. And then we see the Sableye coming out. Which,
are you excited?
No.
You're not excited?
You know who's going to be even less excited? The Kapfu.
Yeah, that's going to be incredibly mean. You know, after the recent Urshifu nerfs, I'm actually surprised we are seeing teams bring it out at all, honestly. It's not that it's bad, but I feel like it's really dropped off in viability. We'll see if they can make something work with it right here, as they do have a solid comp on the side of our purple team. But yeah, the Leafeon's been very mean earlier. The Buzzwole, I think, is a real superstar in the game right now. Just the amount of crowd control on the side of Nemesis feels incredibly mean.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Water Bear is pretty much gone, right? Surging Strikes as a build doesn't exist anymore, I think, which is wild to think about. It has been such a strong meta Pokemon for such a long time. And now if you play Urshifu, it has to be Wicked Blow if you want to make anything happen with it. And again, it still doesn't do all too much. You have that strong Unite move, of course, and you have that Secure, but as soon as you fall just a tiny bit behind, you're going to be useless.
Leafeon is maybe another shocker for me in this tournament. Not that I thought Leafeon was bad, but now that I'm seeing a lot of these teams go against each other, we can just see what a great counter pick it is to a lot of what's happening inside the meta right now, heading in here to, again, game number 2. We didn't get to see game number 1 on stream. Nemesis, your orange team won game number 1 as we head in here to game 2.
And it's always interesting to see what team does what with Leafeon. You can do a 1 buff rotation to ganking top path. You can just share a bit of experience and instantly go for bot lane, right? And you can also just take the entire jungle and just be very high level. As we have no Sableye going for the invade, but Hooper of course knows about it and gonna try to just burst them very fast, and Sableye will not make it in time, and that does put a smile on my face. Doesn't happen all too often, but at least in
I was hoping that we would get a smile from you today, Chris, and all it took was Sableye being denied a little bit here, as they are looking to steal a little bit of that AO synergy, possibly go for a score. No, they do peel back here. Trainer moving into this central area, looking to see if they can stop this Kubfu. And I mean, this is a really good strategy against a Kubfu, specifically because it has probably one of the worst early games inside of Pokemon Unite, and it desperately needs its level 5. If you can stop that, and it has to show up to these 850 birds under leveled, it's going to be completely useless.
I think if you Magikarp on the next upcoming Pokemon, might be better than Kubfu, I'm going to be honest. So yeah, it is super, super weak. And Leafeon was able to steal away the blue buff as well very fast, so Kubfu's stuck on level 4 now. And yeah, picking up against Leafeon, we saw it in the last round as well of Nons Esports. It's just so difficult to be against. So level 5, so achieved. It's gonna hopefully go for the Wicked Blow. I wouldn't expect anything else. And yeah, it's going to be the Dark Urshifu.
The Dark Urshifu, as we are making our way to this bottom path right here. Sableye looking to put in a little work, but actually in, I don't know, I was going to say in a little bit of trouble, but they don't decide to try to punish it at all. And there we go. Just a nice secure here from Nemesis. Nemesis up 9-0 right now. They were able to get their Urshifu, but they're once again messing with it right here. Leafeon coming in for the big secure.
Even with Wicked Blow now, you still cannot get the last of this Leafeon. Just a so much on Solar Blade and difficult to react to, right? We have Urshifu has to charge up his ability. If Solar Blade or Leafeon has that passive up, it's an instant damage ability as well. And level 7.5 already now, as they're also going to see both buffs away again. The Sableye Leafeon going to be so annoying to deal with. Sableye trying to escape on bot path as we have Leafeon just running away. Icy Speed going down, even though Urshifu's going to go down as well. It's such a disaster for the side of Viridian. There's currently standing absolutely no chance.
Yeah, this is really tough for Viridian right here. Both, obviously, EVs are going to hit another power spike here once they hit level 8, which is coming very, very soon. They're going to have 2 Unite moves ready for this fight, depending on how they want to take it. It's going to put Viridian in a really, really tough spot. Leafeon can just tick into level 8 if they want. They, of course, are going to look for their secures right here. Here comes Solar Blade. They do get it. Trevenant looking for a secure. Really nice stuff here. Here
Oh
comes
my.
that Unite move. They're going to push this fight early, 10 seconds until Reggie, as we have Glaceon coming down right now as well with a Unite move in tow. Here comes the portal, and they're actually just going to leave this thing. They know they
Yeah, they
can't
have
take this
to.
fight.
Up against this Leafeon Glaceon, they have no chance right now. Level 9 already for Trainer. And this is what I mean. If you're the worst team, picking Urshifu just can be so difficult to even do something in early game with. You're going to fall very far behind as you have a not the best early game. Just one invade, and the game can be over. Now it's just so difficult for Urshifu to even do damage. When Urshifu falls behind, he does have Unite move to kind of come back into the game, but he's going to lack damage. If he's too far behind, he cannot even one-shot someone in its own Unite move. And as we have level 6 now trying to find over Sableye here, and Trainer going in again. It's kind of... We already seen this game before, right? Haven't we? Just one game before.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is, these top teams are really able to do some impressive stuff, and it's a lot harder to do this against, possibly another one of the best teams out there. But also, these strategies are very solid. They're choosing very good plays into what they're seeing on the enemy side. When you see that Urshifu, you know that you can stall it and you can really destroy it.
Yeah, right. Leafeon again had multiple choices. Go top path, make sure top path is 1, go bot path, make sure bot path is 1, but instead just invading as well, just doing 1 buff on blue buff. As well, he knew exactly what's going to happen. He know that they're going to start red buff because they try to outplay Sableye, which means that Kapfu will go towards blue buff second, which means he goes for blue buff as they're just getting more chaos on bot path right here. So yeah, he went for blue buff first because he knows then he's fast towards Lemmy blue buff, as he knew or tried to predict that they red buff into blue buff, and it worked out perfectly.
Nemesis, I mean, just really putting on a show for us right here. 218-0. We're once again seeing, a top team just showcase what they can do in these matches right here. Obviously, this doesn't feel as one-sided as our previous game, but still, it's pretty far up there. Obviously, Viridian right now needs to get a lot of experience, and they need to get a big catch. They need to look for a high-level KO on the enemy team. Luckily, Dark Bear does provide some of that, as well as Slowbro. They have 2 options for a massive catch and a massive KO, but they're going to need to make something happen soon.
Wait, who's actually the Glaceon? Do we know who the Glaceon is? Does anyone... Is that Heat Fan? That's Fan. Oh, yeah, Heat Fan, of course, right. I don't know why he has 2016 in his name, but sure. All right, that makes sense.
2016.
Yeah,
I mean, who's
so.
not? What a year, man.
Sure, it was for sure one of the years. As we know the engagement happening with Viridian, they're trying to make something happen. They actually get Sableye, but that's probably the lowest priority target you want to go for. As Leafeon's going to jump up, you have Urshifu slow already down, looking for the next one. But actually, Leafeon has the eject button away. They're going to try to secure the Regice, but Trevenant's buying so much time with 3-man Woodhammer as well onto the backline as they get 5 KOs. They only lose their Sableye, which again, probably the lowest priority target. Only at level 10 as well, right? So everyone else getting a lot of space for this fight. And they just run over him.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get something, but boy, with that Slowbro Unite, I really think you're looking for another target. That's the last thing I want to grab with that Unite.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nothing necessarily want to go for, as Rex here with Focus Band on that Sableye is able to run away. And yeah, I would maybe start picking this Leafeon earlier if I look at these kind of games. It is difficult to deal with, especially against also a team that is just better, who knows how to just snowball early games. It is quite rough.
Here we go. They're looking for that big KO, and they actually are able to pick it up right there. There goes down that level 13 Glaceon, and these are big moments. So for people who are maybe a little less aware of why I'm talking about this being such a big possible KO for them, when you are behind in experience and you pick up a higher level KO, you get so much more value than the other way around. It's like a blue shell in Mario Kart. It's a huge catch-up mechanic inside of Pokemon Unite, and sometimes, especially in your solo queue games, it's a massive way to come back when you're way behind, is to grab a big level 13 enemy and get a KO there, because already you can see our Dark Bear is now level 12, looking for a KO on Buzzwole, and they pick it up as well. So these are big picks for them.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely comic potential right here for sure. As they now get experience onto the Venusaur as well, who's level 12.5, just getting Icic Spear down, though. We already have Urshifu going down again, and Glaceon is still so difficult to deal with. 3 members down, though, from the side of Viridian, as Nemesis picks up the 4th one as well. Only Blastoise gets some points in. And they still have a chance, of course, late game, right? As long as they go for this Glaceon, they can. And Urshifu is actually one of the best counters towards Glaceon, because it can get rid of the shield that Glaceon has with that first stun of that Unite move, and instantly go for the second stun of the Unite move and completely negate the passive of Glaceon. During the time where Glaceon was very oppressive, it was one of the best counter picks you had. the Wicked Blow Shifu, but of course they need a lot more. They also, I mean, but no, if they get Glaceon, the game is for sure possible to win.
Yeah, I think Glaceon or, Leafeon, they have an option both ways. Buzzwole also a nice target, but yes, they want that Glaceon. If that Glaceon's alive, it's just able to output so much damage. It's able to rip in some incredible situations here. We see Sableye looking for a score in that top path, just trying to increase the score lead, and they do get it after that Reggie walks in. 386 to 61 right now. Unite moves almost fully set up here on the side of Viridian. They need this Slowbro Unite. Slowbro actually walking in before its Unite move is charged. Possibly a little bit of a mistake, but we don't know how close that Unite move is. They did just tick into it as Glaceon is putting some damage out. They grab Buzzwole. This is going to have to be the start of their fight. 1 down, no, 2 down actually, as Sableye also goes down. This could be their moment right here. The wood hammer's flying out. Another goes down. Glaceon is picked off right here. 3 down. They're going to need to start Rayquaza. They're way behind, but this is their opportunity. Leafeon is still up, so there's a possibility of a secure right here, but they have to start putting some damage as Trevenant does go down. We have Sableye coming back into the mix right here, looking for something. Leafeon picks up a big KO. There is the Blastoise Unite move, and 1 Wicked Blow will put this game into their possible control. They're going to move forward. Buzzwole looking to break a shield right here as 2 members head to the top path. Hoopa rains some points in. 45 points for the Blastoise. Those are going in. That's going to bring it 211, 386. Does the shield break on the Urshifu? We're not able to see that fight. Urshifu still has a shield. Slowbro moving to the bottom path. Another 100 points going in. 375, 386. Urshifu is the play right here. The shield looks like it does go down. No, still barely has it. The Unite move is not able to take it. Does Slowbro still have a shield as well? Because now that shield is gone.
It's only 11 points. Maybe Blastoise can do something about this. He has enough points. No, he gets thieved. The knockoff takes away the points. He only has 6 points now in total. If he gets those 3 in, he can do it, but it still need a tiny bit more. 6 points going, it's so close. So there's only a 5-point difference. Urshifu running in. Does have a shield. Blastoise trying as well, looking for some more coins. Can they take on Buzzwole? There would be Eos coins on the ground. Slowbro trying to score 21 points right here. Cannot do it. They're trying on top as well. It's gonna be so close. Blastoise has 6 more points, but he cannot make it. He's getting stunned out. And I can't believe the game got down to 5 points. Wow. I can't believe it. What
a match right there. You saw, as all these points were
Wait, Slowbro scored. Wait, Slowbro scored? How? Wait, how did he score? I didn't even notice that.
He must have scored.
What?
With my chat saying bro scored. So
wait,
now we
how did I not notice that?
Score.
What?
But bro scored 42 points.
There was a Glaceon there. Wait, what? I mean, can't believe it.
Shield, man.
Because I feel like there's no word where Glaceon doesn't stop the Slowbro here. But yeah, that is... Wow, I can't believe I missed this. I was like, there was no chance in my mind that he's going to score this. And he does.
Points.
Second, third drift, I guess.
Yeah, third draft, we have Glaceon and we have Zacian Band, which means we could get an early Blastoise. They also could grab Buzzwole, depending on what they would like to bring into this game. Blastoise has been a top priority pick, but it looks like they actually might be stealing that Umbreon away. And I'm going to update the names and everything here in one second.
So why is Glaceon banned? Is there one on Viridian that picks Glaceon a lot? Because they also picked Glaceon very early on last game, so maybe they're scared of being up against it, but I'm curious why. Will be the case.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but Ben and first pick worthy. I'm not quite sure.
Might be a one trick.
Might be one pick somewhere. Yeah. As we have 4 defender in the first 4 picked Pokemon. I mean, defenders are especially better than guard right now. Are for sure something to deal with.
Their guard's incredibly resonant too. I don't know if you're aware. It's just so resonant right now.
As we have we just go for the standard Hooper, go for an Inteleon. Very exciting picks right here. It's a tournament. People want to win, right?
They like to win. They like to pick things that are good. I hate them for it.
Yeah, it's me too.
Here they go. Leafeon coming back into this game. Leafeon actually a stronger meta pick than I was expecting here in this tournament, as we see. Oh, Chris, a candle after your own heart.
We've got another Chandelure
as the final pick.
And I think it's actually pretty good this game. The only problem that it really has is diving Pokemon, right? So
yeah, and
up against Zoroark, Leafeon, like you're going to struggle. You can always go in prison, but I feel like in prison just doesn't feel fun compared to Poltergeist. You just spam out Poltergeist after Poltergeist. And we have a Delphox. I don't like the Delphox pick here, I have to say. I really don't.
I'm not a huge fan of Delphox right here either. I'm guessing looking at that Blastoise, if they do want some dive, I mean, oh, nope, they're switching the items around. Never mind. I was going to say they could be stacking it up for a Rapid Spin possibility, which would work pretty well into Candle, but it looks like they're going to be playing at some range here.
And
Unless
again, no
they're
healing support for Nemesis. I guess they're going to have Wish, if they're really going to go for Wish, but I really can't consider Wish as like something that heals allies too much. I think it's too unreliable for it.
Yeah, it takes too long.
Yeah.
You know, and but it's a good move, but it does take a while here. And I guess they could have Mean Look, but there isn't much that they're going to be too worried about grabbing on the
Yeah,
other
right.
side.
It's kind of a weird Umbreon game, I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely not a game that I'm super stoked to have Umbreon on the team, even though Umbreon is crazy good.
Also,
so.
Wish isn't bad, right? Wish is good, but Snarl is just, I feel like, still on a different level. It does so much for Umbreon.
Snarl,
the stun, the damage reduction, the shield,
I'm
the
sure
unstoppable.
You remember release Umbreon's Snarl, and
it was
yeah. Unbelievably disgusting. The stuns on that, the shields on that, was crazy good.
And still is. And with Wish Umbreon, it's like, you have to heal yourself or you're going to go down. So it's not really a replaceable thing, but let's see what they can do with it. I just worry for the late game a tiny bit again, just like in the last one where, you know, the problem is if you don't have a healing support, you cannot make a mistake, right? As soon as you make one mistake, your teammates will go down, as you have no ways of, you know, sustaining through anything. If you get hit by, I don't know, poke ability into someone running you down, you're just going to go down.
Bottom path there, 2 water guns. That's so frustrating to deal with. You got Slowbro and Inteleon. What insane secure on the side of Viridian here. They push a little bit forward. Here comes that Leafeon. Leafeon, the only Pokemon able to make this early gank, and it works so incredibly well. Not able to pick up a KO. They can run right back into their central area if they want, and then switch lanes. They could also just stay here.
Yeah, I would like to see Chandelure go for the blue buff maybe, and just get for fast level 5. Of course, they still have to pick their side up, and as I say it, he's actually maybe heading towards the blue buff now. So this time Leafeon decided for a top path gank instead of invading a Delphox. I really expected him to invade Delphox, right? It's another very weak early game Pokemon, but didn't happen. But Nudo does hit level 5 already, so we're gonna have the superpower on this first Altaria fight.
Yeah, and here we go. Charging up that muscle gauge, looking for something right here, just looking for a little bit of a secure, and everyone's actually going to head back the other way. No one wants to commit to that fight, as we do have the hyperspace hole coming out, so they're able to push down to the bottom path here and try to stop Nemesis. Flamethrower is out. They did pick up that blue buff, as Chris predicted, and that's going to be so incredibly mean to deal with here.
Yeah.
Maybe pushing a little too far, but they're not able to do anything about it, as Slowbro has to head into the central area to push this Leafeon away from Delphox's farm.
Yeah, that level 5 Chandelure is so strong. It has so much range, such low cooldown, and you can be very safe with it as well. And it's not even that difficult to hit either. I feel like it's just a better future set of Gardevoir that has a higher chance of landing, as you have Hoopa now getting caught right here, and Hoopa gets taken down. That's a KO for Nemesis, the ones they have been looking for, as they now head towards top path as well. And maybe this Warthog is a bit of a problem. There's Melock going down, but eject button into the go zone should be enough. But the Super Power still coming out now. Can they actually take him down? They're trying to, and they're down, but they at least get 30 and 17 points in.
Yeah, really nice stuff here from Nemesis. And I have to say, the thing I'm probably most shocked with all day is how unbelievably valuable these Leafeons have been. I know Leafeon's good, but seeing it in, you know, real competitive play, you're seeing how much value it's really bringing. Really massive stuff for every team that's been picking it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And especially with the stronger team as well. You just have so much space. And now to see if you have the Poltergeist coming out, and there we go. For sure the right choice in this game. Imprison really doesn't do all too much here. It's only really picked if you're getting Dolphon by Speedstars, then you can kind of go for it. Otherwise, Poltergeist is very underrated. Like, I don't think people realize how much it slows and how little of a cooldown it has.
Dude, its cooldown is so low. It's so easy to zone so many fights. It was actually even good before the recent buffs. The buffs were pretty similar to what it was before. People weren't running at a ton, as we have a nice little fight here in this top path. Hoopa trying to do something to stop this right here. They're not able to. Hoopa is going to end up going down. But we do have a secure in the bottom path. That is a nice objective here for Viridian.
Yeah, and they're going to trade objectives, but I feel like it's pretty good for Viridian as they get also 60 more points in, and they can't really defend their bot goal all too well. They don't even get a KO for the self-Nemesis. So for Viridian, honestly, I think I would be quite happy with this. The Regieleki should be easily defended as well. Blasters can always push it away with Surf Hydro Pump. There should be no way or no chance of it ever going in against a Blastoise, as they're going to start defending. Now, of course, going to take a bit of time, but it should be quite fine. And if Nemesis decides to go for bottom path push, well, we have Hooper. So they can be then instant second.
Yeah, here we go. They are making their way down here to see if they can get something. But yeah, I mean, they're seeing 3 members right now of Viridian. There's not a lot they can do in this moment. The snipe shot's going a little wide here, but they are enough to scare away Nemesis from this fight as Umbreon once again handing into that central area of Viridian. Nope, pulling back here as they see 2 members, not able to steal a little from them, as this game's actually a lot closer than game number 2.
But again, I still worry for Nemesis late game team fights. But I think it all comes down to the Chandelure. Because I do feel like that Viridian has better late game. The Slowbro Unite is a big game changer. Hooper Unbound, Blastoise Unite move, Delphox, Snipe Shots, you name it, right? And Nemesis, they don't really have all that much good late game. Leafeon's going to fall off, Buzzword's going to fall off. So yeah, it's going to be difficult when it comes to team fighting at some point, as they're going to go very aggressive right here. We just have Leafeon jumping so deep onto Delphox, but Delphox with last second jack button gets away. We actually have Egg Umbreon going down as the Delphox is also defending the goal. For now.
And here we go. We got an objective coming up in 20 seconds in our bottom path. We're going to see how these teams want to fight around it. We've got good positioning here for both squads. Obviously, Hoopa can bring the entire team down to this bottom path for Viridian. We are not going to have a Delphox Unite unless they can farm it up really quick, but we just saw it go out, even though it feels like Delphox could have a Unite back in 15 seconds if they wanted to.
Yeah, but Leafeon also doesn't have it, which I think is a bigger deal, because Leafeon needs Unite move, I feel like, in team fights. Delphox can play without it, but Hooper Bound's going to be dropped right now. They're kind of engaging on it, but we have Viridian actually going for a top path push right now. Maybe they just sacrifice in Hooper, but Slowbro comes through. This seems very miscommunicated.
Yeah, that was a really interesting fight. I guess maybe they just wanted to commit a few resources to this bottom path and see if they could get a steal. Otherwise, they were going to commit to the top path, break that goal zone, and see if they could do something here. But they're going to pull away from Regieleki as they're going to continue this push in the bottom path. So, I mean, overall, I think a much better trade for Nemesis right there. But they are able to get some points on the board. They don't want to be too far behind heading into the later parts of this match.
Yeah, this just felt very bizarre, though. Like, they just couldn't really make up their mind if they want to just go for top push. Or if they actually want to port towards bot, then Slowbro ports in. They have actually no chance to do anything with it. But of course the game is still very close. Like, both teams are still in a good position here to take it. 201 for Nemesis, 140 for Viridian, as the Regieleki also wasn't taken as well. So I do have to question, but you know, miscommunication can happen in tournaments. You're up against a very strong team. You can be also a bit of nerves coming in, as Umbreon's going to get engaged here onto Inteleon. Soul Blade's going to fall down as well. That's a quick KO. Superpower smackdown here onto Hooper as well. Hooper can Phantom Force get away. Phantom Force actually running out of time, but we also have Umbreon going down now, as we have another smackdown eject button here on top of Delphox. But Nudo can't connect the superpower, as we have also Blast, who is chasing Shendu. The fights are all over the place, and he's going to get taken down by the Hydro Pump.
Look at that. Blastoise really doing some work right here. Buzzwole able to take down the Hoopa, but stopped by the Inteleon. So we got a little fight over this objective here. The 3-minute mark, you know, the further and further this ticks towards the 2-minute mark, the better and better this Regieleki becomes for one of these teams. We're going to have to see how much they want to fight over it, though, as we do have an option in the bottom path as well for a bot Regi, which could give you a big advantage in the upcoming fight. Candle putting some damage down. They pick up a big Blastoise KO. They're just resetting timers right there. They're very, very happy with that. Oh, I'm sure as Regieleki looks like it's going to head over to the side of Nemesis.
Yeah, Chandelure after level 11 does so much damage. Flamethrower plus a straight up increases your damage after hitting a flamethrower, and by a good amount as well. So it's very scary once you hit that power spike for the me team, as they are trying to start this Regirock, but it's 15 seconds left and they only have a support defender down here. Again, there seems to just be miscommunication. Regieleki also just walking in, as maybe they just wanted to make sure that Nemesis doesn't take it. But yeah, again, they don't feel like on the same pace right now.
Yeah,
as we have the Rayquaza spawning.
Slightly behind, so I guess they're not too concerned about that Regieleki, but it's more points. So sometimes I've seen teams let that in, and they actually just catch a member of the enemy team who wants to put in another 100 points. That obviously did not happen right here. They're behind, but only by one full pocket score. I mean, one full pocket score, and it swings the other way. So they're not that far behind in this moment, regardless of what happened there with Regi.
You know, Rayquaza slowly getting poked down. They're actually going to engage onto Blastoise right here. He's going to get knocked down, but the hyperspace portal saves him last second. He's going to return now, maybe with the Night Move as well, with the hyperspace unbound. Umbreon jumping forward as well, but we already have Trevenant going down. Blastoise and big Night Move eject button forward now. We have a 1-for-1, 1-for-3 now, as we have Viridian winning this team fight in this late game. As I said earlier, they just have better late game team fighting, and they make use of it. It's all down to Basfo now, down to Nudo. He's going to find the superpower, but interrupted by the Surf. Smackdown as well, getting Amnesia on. Then Soppip is there, but Nemesis can't really go for this, or can they Surf again? He double surfs onto Basfo, so difficult to deal with. He's missing the superpower. Smackdown is connecting, but he gets dislocated on the other side of the wall. That is so unfortunate for Nudo. Ezreal costs on HP now. Who's going to get this one? Surf coming through as well. Viridian, Nemesis, who's going to take this one? And it goes over to Slowbro. Viridian picks up the Rayquaza. They still have to score points for now. Can they do it, Jake?
I think they can. Obviously, we have a ton of damage onto the Slowbro. Slowbro gets his shield broken, but Blastoise is moving forward, trying to get out of this mean look. A massive shield, 50 points, not able to stop it. They are going to be up now 221 to 261, Chris. And the story of this series is the story of Surf Plus on Slowbro. You just found out how it worked, and now you can see how powerful it is in this match. It secured Ray. It actually pushed Buzzwole out of multiple attempts to grab the enemy team right there. So I really feel like that Slowbro, Barnwell on Slowbro was the MVP of the two games we watched.
And Viridian, of course, we know these players from North America, but this still does feel like an upset. Doesn't matter what, right? I mean, it surely does. So Viridian taking it to 1 over here over Nemesis. Nemesis moving towards loser bracket. And I just, yeah, the late game team fighting is just, in these team comps, is lacking a tiny bit, especially without that healing support.
Yeah, I think I agree with you that this does feel like a bit of an upset. I think we expect Nemesis to probably win this match right here. And some great fights from both of these teams. This match, so much closer than game number 2. Game number 2 feels like one of those games, it just really slipped through their fingers. They did not need to lose that. However, game number 3 here, much, much closer. Maybe that Glaceon not being a part of it was a big deal. We saw some really impressive stuff from Nemesis, but Viridian able to pull out an impressive win in those final moments.